Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Mike Sheila Consulting Presents 2020, Leveraging the Power of Your LinkedIn Connections. I'm Mike. Happy Friday to everybody. It is a beautiful day here in Westminster, Maryland, and we're going to spend the next 20 minutes talking about leveraging the power of your LinkedIn connections. How many connections do you have? Think about this. You go to a networking event, you go to a sales call, you go to a job fair. What better way to follow up with someone than to connect with them? So you go to a network event. Everyone that you met with, reach out to them through LinkedIn, thank them for their time, and express your interest in collaborating with them soon. Sales call. After the sales call, connect with the customer or the customers. Might have been multiple people in the room, perhaps some you haven't met before. Again, thank them for their time. Mention a key aha moment from their needs and let them know you look forward to the next meeting. Or, if needed, if you didn't already schedule it, ask them for the next meeting. Go to a job fair. How many recruiters did you meet? Think they're going to remember you? They will if you connect with them on LinkedIn and you follow up and you mention the specific job your skills match. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about my friend Bob. He owns his own business and a customer of his puts on this big event. And he meets 6 or 7 new people, but does not reach out to them via LinkedIn. He was telling me about the event, but was a little disappointed that he didn't generate any new business from it. I asked him, how many people did you reach out to on LinkedIn? And he very quietly said none. I suggested that he contact each of them and then thank them for coming out to the event, say something nice about the host, and then suggest a future meeting. Now, this customer that put this event on for him has convinced members of her family to use my friend Bob in his service. I told him, ask her for the guest list. Reach out to each of those people, thank them for attending the event, and apologize for not getting a chance to speak with them directly. Put out the offer to meet for lunch or coffee the next time you're in town. If you want to be viewed as another animal in the herd, then by all means, keep using, I would like to add you to my professional network on LinkedIn. However, I say never, ever, 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 ever use the template connection request. If you want to show you're a real human being and you're about connecting, then personalize and add value. Even if you've known this person for decades and just reconnected. First, the personalized part. Hey, Bob. Hard to believe it's been fill in the blank years since college, high school, old job, or wherever you know this person. And then write, I noticed on your profile you're now doing fill in the blank job. Now the value part. Make it worth their time. Hey, Bob, let's get together for coffee and you can tell me all about what you're doing now. I would love to help if I can. This is simple. It's personalized. It's saying you want to do something for them. You haven't asked for a thing for yourself. Because believe me, when you do enough of that, you're going to get plenty of good things in return. And that's how you truly leverage the LinkedIn program. Let's take a look at a real example. The most powerful aspect of your network is the second-degree connection. I've been in technology sales for 16 years. Often the best person for me to speak with is the CIO. So I started my search with the term CI, Chief Information Officer, in the search bar at the top of the screen for LinkedIn. Then I refined my search to second-degree connections, meaning they are connected to someone that I'm connected to. Last, I refined it to the Baltimore metro area. This gave me a list of 370 people that fit my business criteria in my sales territory. The example on the screen shows a CIO with 33 mutual contacts. That means I have 33 people that can potentially introduce me and give me background information. To really make an impact, call each person and ask them what they know about the contact you're interested in. By the time you get to the bottom of the list, one or more people will volunteer to introduce you. If more than one person introduces you, then it doubles the chances of getting a meeting. 3 people, you get the idea. Each one reinforces and increases that opportunity for making a new professional contact and getting the opportunity to do business with them. As a job candidate, this same process works for hiring managers and other managers in a company you have interest in working for. Very easy to translate these ideas to the job search background. Let's talk about how I really did this real time for a friend of mine, and it had a tremendous professional benefit for me. I have a friend, we'll call her Mary. The other day, I noticed on her LinkedIn status update that she got a new job that was going to take her to Los Angeles. Very exciting. Great stuff. I called her to learn more about the company and what she was going to be doing with that new company. And after a few minutes, I tell her that I have some friends on the West Coast that will be willing to show her around. I send a couple of LinkedIn messages and introduce Mary to my friends, Bob and Mark. They both respond and state that they are happy to help. Mark tells me to give him a call the next day so we can catch up. When I call him, he asks, "So what are you doing now, Mike?" And I tell him about Mike Shield Consulting. Figuring he's just being friendly, he asks some more questions. And when I finish answering his questions, he says to me, "You want a job?" And I stopped for a moment. I didn't think he was serious. He then proceeds to tell me about his new company and his sales team and the help they will need to make a fast start. He then takes the next step and offers me a $20,000 retainer to lead a weekly webinar series with his team and get them up to speed. That is the power of nurturing relationships on LinkedIn. This all began with my friend that I was just trying to help and be friendly for. And it led to another good friend becoming a great client. And this literally just happened to me this week. I had another story I was going to tell that I'll probably share in another broadcast, but this just happened this week and it was so fresh and so exciting. It really drives home how these things work. There are many ways to stay engaged on LinkedIn. You can do status updates and you can write blogs and you can comment in groups. These are just a few of the ways that you can interact with your network. One of my favorite interactions is the Connected app, which LinkedIn makes. That's the picture on your screen. And it's available for just about every smartphone out there. Sorry, BlackBerry, you were left out. Yes, I do still know people that have Blackberries. Each day, the Connected app lets me know how many people in my network are having a job anniversary, have started a new job, or even are celebrating a birthday. This allows me to touch everyone in my network at least once a year, often twice a year, and sometimes 3 times a year. I'm not asking them to buy something. I'm just being friendly. I'm being engaging. The LinkedIn app has a generic default. Whenever it tells you who has what going on today, the default message is congrats, not congratulations, congrats. To really have an impact, to really make the connected app work for you, as it shows you each person, tap on their profile and write a message. Send them a message. Don't just write the congrats that gets posted in their timeline. And in the subject line, I'll write happy anniversary in the person's name. And in the body of the message, I write congratulations on X amount of years with company name. And I might even add a personal item from a time we interacted before. This does two things. It gets you noticed, and it gets 70% more response rate. Using the Connected app generally takes me about 15 minutes each day, and many days even less. It's a great habit to get into and a great way to stay engaged with your network. Handling connection requests. LinkedIn tells you to connect with people that you already know, and that you should avoid connecting with people that you don't already know. But it happens. There are people that are very strict about only connecting with people they know very well. And at the opposite end is the person who connects with everyone. People that connect with everyone are referred to as Lions, which stands for LinkedIn Open Networker. I recommend a middle of the ground approach. If I do know the person that sends me a connection request, or if they send me a customized greeting, if they've taken the time to personalize it, then I almost always accept that request, unless it's obviously a fake profile. Every now and then you're going to find people that make up fake profiles just so they can get the word out. The majority of people that want to connect with me don't bother to customize the message. And so I came up with a message that you see here on your screen. I write, "Hi, person, thanks for reaching out. I don't believe we've met before. What are your thoughts to help one another? I will wait 3 days for your response before accepting your connection request." And this gives them an opportunity to explain why they reached out to me. Why did they think connecting with me would be valuable? And I've gotten some interesting responses. First, 95% of the people that I send that to don't bother to respond. And after 3 days go by, I ignore their connection requests and I move on. The people that do respond, though, I now have a much higher level of engagement with them. And probably my favorite is the people that say, "Oh, you know what? I made a mistake. I didn't mean to connect with you, but glad to have you in my network." There's great honesty there. And that's a new opportunity for a new person that doesn't mind being candid with you. It's a great way to really enhance the connection level for your presentations. Now, I'll just stop real quick, see if we have any questions on the presentation so far. Mark says he's got his afternoon coffee. Looks like everybody's doing good. All right. If there are no other questions, I'll move on to the next slide. Breaking up is not hard to do. All right. Why did I write that? There will come a time when you will regret connecting with someone. It's going to happen. Maybe they were good friends when you started and maybe you had a disagreement. Perhaps it's somebody you didn't know really well, and after you connected, they kept sending you messages to buy something. You made it clear that you're not the buyer for that item. Or maybe they're just spamming you every other day with messages that you don't care about. It's fairly simple to remove a connection. If you go to that person's LinkedIn profile, you will see a blue send message button, a gray endorse button, and just to the right of that is a small black arrow that opens a drop-down menu. At the bottom of that menu is remove connection. The nice thing about this is you can remove that person from your network, and they're not going to get a notification that you did, in fact, remove them. And that way you have peace of mind of knowing that you really don't have to deal with how they're conducting business and how they're moving forward anymore. I really wanted to get the video of Porky Pig saying that's all, folks, and stick that on here because I think it's funny. And I thought it would be a great way to finish, but I couldn't get it to work. I'm still learning the technology for this webinar broadcast, and hopefully I'll have Porky Pig for next month's event. But I'm open to answering questions on anything that I've gone over so far today. And I'm happy to hang out for a little while after the presentation and answer questions. You can direct message me if you don't feel like putting it out there for everyone to see, or if you want to talk to me personally. The next event, the next 2020, will be Friday, August 21st from noon to 12:20 p.m. And for those of you that haven't spoken to me, you might be wondering, why do I call it 2020? It's very simple. It costs $20 and it's 20 minutes of insight. Today, because this was the launch, I put this one out for the entire world to view for free. I wanted you to get a flavor of the information that I'll be sharing and the good things that I want to help people with. Next month's presentation on the 21st is getting noticed for the right reasons, not the wrong ones. And believe me, there are plenty of both. And we're going to work through those, and I will take your questions and answers for them. You see below that I'm not just on LinkedIn. I've got the website, MikeSheila.com. You can contact me on Twitter at Mike Sheila. You can become a fan of the Mike Sheila Consulting page on Facebook. I know many of you have reached out to me through that. And of course, if we're not already connected on LinkedIn, please send me a connection request today and mention that you saw the presentation, that you enjoyed it. And the last thing I want to ask for is I want to get your feedback. Did you like the content? Did you like the presentation format? Did I go too fast? Did I go too slow? Was I not funny enough? Was I too serious? Let me know what you think would make this a great presentation for next month. Because I promise to take 20 minutes of your time, and I promise to deliver incredible content. But you, my listening audience, you are the ones that will really make a difference. With that, I thank you, and I'll hang out and I'll check out the chat window in case other people have questions.